All right, guys, welcome back to the daily crypto update, Bitcoin update. So today we're just gonna go ahead and start off with the EMA, one of the most important, as well as the head and shoulder. As you guys can see here, we have, yesterday I did mention that we might come back and retest the inverse head and shoulder level. And as you guys can see, it is testing right now the EMA as well. But if we draw the head and shoulder, as I did yesterday, you guys will see. Okay, so this was an inverse head and shoulder, as I mentioned. It wasn't so clear, but it's still an inverse head and shoulder. Um, okay, so if you extend this line, this is the support for the inverse head and shoulder. So first of all, we got rejected by the EMA. That's number one. Let's start off with that. Number two, guys, as you guys can see right here, I did mention yesterday, if you go back to my yesterday's video, I said that we might come back here like this and see a bounce off. Now, will that happen? Maybe, maybe not. On the 20, right now we just broke the 20 daily moving average, which is slightly bearish on the short term, of course. So let's take out the moving average. MA. So we got rejected, guys, on the moving average. That's number one. We actually didn't get rejected. We slipped through it like butter, as you guys can see on the 20 moving average. This is a 20 moving average right here, and on the 200 moving average, we could see we could see a potential downfall to the 200 moving average. We saw rejection right here, and we're almost breaking this. So, if we don't get rejected by this and we don't see a push back up, then if there's a close below the 20 moving average, which is this dark blue line, not the light one. The light one is a 200, as you guys can see. So if we we don't see the slight push up or close below, then we might come back and retest this level. Of course, a close up below here could be a nice short. So that's that, guys. Let's check the RSI real quick, but yeah, guys, like I mentioned yesterday, we were in this. This is if you guys can watch, you guys can look on Google what is a neckline, and for the head and shoulder, this was essentially the neckline or the inverse head and shoulder. And I did say that we might come back and retest. We did retest it, as you guys can see. We got perfectly rejected right there. Support does play a key part, of course, of this. There's support right here, of course. It's not only the inverse head and shoulder, but we came back right here, we retested, and yeah, we should either see a bounce back up, or if this closed below, then we could see it, a bounce back down, go back to 44. Of course, crypto, Bitcoin, it's all not statistics, but you have to be prepared, put your stop losses. Don't play with high leveraged money, of course, and don't play with money you can't afford to lose. Let's look have a look at the altcoins. We have ADA right here, Cardano. As you guys can see, Cardano, it went all-time highs, of course, came back down. We're holding support right here pretty nicely. We are in fact in a descending triangle, not the best sign, of course. So if this were to break out, the target would be right here, which it actually lines up perfectly with this support, as well as this whole region. So there's support right here, so it lines up like perfectly between those two. So that would be essentially the target. It's probably a little bit longer. It's probably something like that. This would be the target, 1.02. That's the bear scenario, of course. The bullish scenario is we consolidate a bit more, of course. We consolidate a bit more and then we shoot up. That could be the bullish scenario. There's a lot of bullish news around Cardano right now. A lot of hype, a lot of people getting into it. Let's have a look at Ethereum. Bitcoin's taking a slide of Bitcoin's going. Alts are staying pretty strong, actually. Usually when Bitcoin dumps 2-3%, alts are usually dumping 5-10%. So it's actually a pretty good sign. It looks like the dominance is going down as well. So yeah, as you guys can see, guys, Ethereum, sorry, is doing sort of the same thing as Bitcoin. We are still in an uptrend, of course. The trend is your friend, guys. Nothing broke. We're still in a not a channel, but we are still in an uptrend. So we could see a bounce off here. I mean, we did see a bounce off here, and we should not shoot back up, but really depends on what Bitcoin does. It looks like Bitcoin's recovering a little bit from the bounce I mentioned yesterday, which is great. So that's that, guys. So if you guys are, not financial advice, of course, but if you guys want to pull along, right here, it wouldn't be a bad idea. Just, try to have a stop loss like around here. So if you would do that, let's say you put a long right here and you have a stop loss here, your risk is 3%, which is okay. It's ideal. What else? What else? Let's have a look at. Let's see what EOS is doing. Okay, so it looks like EOS tried to retest this level yesterday or earlier today, this morning, but couldn't. Yeah, we would need to see a clear retest right here. This is not it didn't retest really, really properly, but in order to see a breakout or a breakdown, we would need to see a clear retest. And of course, a lot of people depend on Bitcoin. Um, because Bitcoin is the king and it does lead most of these altcoins, of course. But as you guys can see, we have some few green altcoins. We have, EGLD, we have RLC. So at the end, Bitcoin, he doesn't predict the whole market for everyone, but he will 90% of the time. We got Sand that's up, all these, NFT coins. NFT is like booming, guys. There's a coin called Rari. Apparently, everyone's getting into it. Everyone's getting into it, guys. As you guys can see, 24. About a month and a half ago, it was nothing, guys. It was at $2. That's 1,000% gain. That's NFTs are about to explode. I think they're entering a bubble. NFTs. I really think so. The same way DeFi entered a bubble with Wi-Fi, and then Wi-Fi went up like this, literally parabolic, came back down, and started going up, back up, and consolidated. Bubbles are not always bad, guys. Of course, in the short term they are bad, but it looks like a lot of people are trusting and starting to believe in NFTs, which is great, and crypto in general. So it's really, really bullish for not only Bitcoin but for cryptos, as a whole. So that's it, guys. Overall, this is the update. If you like this video, leave a comment, subscribe, and yeah, like this video, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow.